Good morning, Jaguars. It is Friday, March 20th. Hope you're all doing well. We made it through our first week of long distance learning. I had a great time yesterday looking through all of the different topics that you chose and the subtopics as well. You really spent a lot of time online researching to be able to write those subtopics, so I appreciate that. So my task now is to go through and highlight the topics that I'm going to assign to you from the three that you chose that you said you really wanted to do. While I'm doing that, I'm going to give you a little break on this project, and we're going to look at some poetry by Robert Frost. He is one of New England's favorite poets, and the poem is called A Time to Talk. It's one of my favorites. Kind of, I think, has some meaning right now with what we're facing here in America and around the world. What I'm going to ask you to do is to read the poem a couple of times. I've got some questions for you to think about what the poem means and why it's relevant today. And then I have some questions about the form of the poem. Robert Frost uses alliteration and a rhyming scheme here that I think is good to look at and think about. So eventually I'll be having you write some of your own poems, but for now I want to give you some good poems to look at, to kind of model from, that you can learn from before you start writing your own. So here's the poem, Time to Talk in Blue. It's a picture of Robert Frost when he wrote the poem. It's actually one of his earlier works. And then I have some questions I'd like you to answer about the meaning of the poem. And then down here, some questions about the writing and the reading of the poem. I'd like you to practice reading it a couple of times, make sure that you can read it well, and then share it with a couple of people. On the last page, I have some exceeds options. We've heard from some parents asking for some extra work. So if you'd like to do that, I have some questions to guide you to go beyond what the regular questions ask you to do. All right, I look forward to your answers there. Just want to say it must be hard staying at home, especially for the parents who have young kids at home trying to keep up with work. And so I ask you to think about how you can help at home. My kids are grown and gone right now, but I can imagine how much work it would be to have them at home all day if I was home as well. So things you can think about doing to ask your parents to help. Maybe vacuuming the house, maybe doing dishes, cleaning the table, setting the table, doing laundry, folding laundry. Or you can get outside. The yards probably need to be raked. Lots of sticks and twigs and winter leaves that got blown around. Ask your parents what you can do and really pitch in. I'm sure they would appreciate any help that you could offer up. Let's really try to help everybody during this time. All right. I do have Rico here. He's been sitting next to me. I got the wood stove going, and he loves the wood stove. He is enjoying having me home, I think. I give him treats and cuddle next to him on the couch. All right. Take care. Be well, and I will see you next week. Have a good weekend.